Hi, if you are an enterprise organization looking to implement segregation of duties in your deployment environments, which is containerized or cloud native, then Digital.ai Deploy allows you to achieve this with ease. As a product manager in Digital.ai, I routinely talk with a lot of customers. Some of the challenges they face during the deployment is to figure out how to implement segregation of duties within their organization. With few others, I hear they have a small set of subject matter experts in the areas like security, database, networking, etc. across all their different project teams. They want their application deployments to leverage their best practices, but they don't have enough people to have an expert for every project team. In these scenarios, you can achieve your goal effortlessly with Digital.ai Deploy. We recently delivered a new functionality which makes this a breeze by modularizing different parts of the deployment. I'm going to show you how this works in this demo. Deploy will allow users to define rules specific to their expertise. This will help standardize deployments across different projects within their organization. For this demo, I'll be using a demo app called Pet Clinic. As you can see, I have set up the Pet Clinic app in Deploy. In other words, I've defined the various deployment aspects of the Pet Clinic inside Deploy. Also, I have created a dev and a production environment into which the Pet Clinic app is going to be deployed. What you see here next is the Stitch rules repository. These rules can be versioned in Git. We also have integrations with Git providers like GitHub. However, for this demo, the repo is not versioned as it is not our focus. Rules can be organized in different ways. In this case, the repositories are organized by each team that owns them. For this demo, there's going to be 3 different teams performing different roles to deploy the Pet Clinic application. The first team is the application team who delivers the Pet Clinic application. Their responsibilities for they are responsible for the application container and the resource requirements, etc. Second is the DevOps team, which is responsible for standards or best practices for production deployments. This could be from their experience of application deployments in production environments, like say, example, the number of pods to start with, or the minimum maximum resource limits for each pod, etc. The third team is the security team, which is responsible for secure deployment so that they make sure they don't have any vulnerabilities when it is getting deployed in production. I also have a common repository, which is like utils to hold the rules library. We call it macros inside of deploy. To speed up things, I have already triggered deployments into dev and production environments. As you can see these tabs, which are in Stitch preview mode now. First, let's see the deployment of the development environment. Here, if you notice, the rules are added by the security team and the application team is getting executed. On close inspection, you can see that the application team has added the resource limits as per the application's need in the development environment. The security team is validating the version of the image which is getting deployed. This is just an example. Using the rules, you can check if they are the right security groups or if the clusters are isolated, etc. You can customize the rules as per your need actually. If you get to the production tab, it is the same application getting deployed in the production environment, but the rules which are getting applied is slightly different. Here, the DevOps team has increased the resource limits to accommodate some of their production needs. If you'd like to, you can also override these parameters, or maybe you can decide to fail the deployment based on whatever criteria you set. You can proceed further by clicking on the deploy button to perform the deployment. Once all these are configured, these deployments can be triggered from the command line, which can be connected to your CD systems. So with this demo, I've already shown you a simple example with Digital.ai Deploy You can apply the best practices defined by the subject matter experts without requiring every project team to have their own experts. We can also actively create a repository. We are also actively creating a repository of predefined rules for industry-wide best practices so that your developer can easily incorporate these into your projects. Your SMEs also save time by focusing on the special use cases of your particular project.